Good evening, I'm Samantha Scott and welcome to Kent Nature. Coming up, our correspondent Vittorio Falcucci finds out why Kent Life is such an exciting farm that encourages the young generation of Kent to get into the farming industry. But first, our correspondent is reporting live from Lodge Hill to get comments on the government's permission to allow land securities to build on the homes of the endangered nightingales. Charlie Ansell reports live from Lodge Hill.
Thanks, Samantha. Well, I'm here in Lodge Hill and it's a beautiful environment full of nature and life, but the local government has granted land securities planning permission to build on this site, which is a designated habitat for the nightingale birds. Lodge Hill is home to 1.3% of the nation's nightingales, which does not sound like a huge number, but is still the largest site designated to this bird in Britain. Numbers of the iconic bird have dropped by 50% due to former breeding grounds for the bird becoming empty since 1998, but the nightingales are not classed as an endangered species of bird. Today I'm joined here with Rolf Williams, the Communications Officer at RSPB Kent. Rolf, what is your opinion on this situation?
I think these proposals by Land Securities is deplorable, and the fact that the outline planning permission has been approved by Medway Council, it flies in the face of the National Planning Policy Framework and threatens to destroy a site of special scientific interest.
Do you think the population of nightingales will decline even more because of this?
Well, the 86 pairs of nightingales breeding here will be forced to go somewhere else, which means more than likely a decline in that population. That's significant not just locally but nationally. This is the most densely populated area of nightingales in the country. That's why it's been protected by the statutory body Natural England.
Thanks, Rolf. We were unable to get an interview with Land Securities, but they did provide us with this statement. We're delighted that Medway Council approved our planning application. We've worked hard to create a master plan which addresses all potential impacts associated. The proposals will create a new community hub that will bring benefits for locals in the area, including a countryside park, health services, 3 primary schools and a secondary school, and it will also create around 5,000 jobs. So no mentioning about the nightingale birds in the statement, but the future plans for this site could be a good thing for the people in Medway. But sadly, the same thing cannot be said for the nightingale birds. I'm Charlie Ansell at Lodge Hill. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Charlie. Kent Life has been running for over a century, helping children of all ages to get into the farming industry. Their groups offer a chance for the young community to embrace the agriculture and husbandry. Vittorio Falcucci reports.
Kent Life is a farmyard in Maidstone that has been celebrating 150 years of farming. With over 20 acres of land, it offers activities for kids of all ages. But with the decrease of farmers in the UK, will the Cobtree Group keep farming employment figures high?
So the Cobtree Young Farmers Club's been around for quite a while, and it's evolved really over the years. And what they basically do now is come in every Saturday morning and they look after all the animals we have here at Kent Life. And also during the summer show season, they look after their own animals and they get ready for the shows and they take them off to the shows to try and win some prizes.
With a decline in farm workforce, employment numbers are dropping at an alarming rate. Between 1939 and 2000, the amount of farms dropped by an enormous 200,000.
Since I've come to the farm, I've learnt that actually it's something I really enjoy and I would like to carry on in the future.
I'm currently going to Hadlow College and study agriculture, and so it all ties in well.
We spoke to one of the leading managers to see how they help the Cobtree Group get to grips with the trade.
Well, the Young Farmers Group meets on a Saturday. They'll start to do the first feeds for the animals and what have you, then they'll start to clean the animals up, check their bedding over and stuff like that. I think throughout the country there's a need for more young farmers groups. Yes, there's no doubt about it that a lot of the younger community these days do not really fully understand and appreciate where their food comes from. So I think it would be a good idea to try and encourage greater young farmer groups around the country so the youngsters can engage with aspects of the rural community, engage with animals and livestock and develop also life skills as well.
With an increase of young agricultural groups, farming employment can begin to rise again, keeping the farming trade alive for years to come. I've been reporting at Kent Life, back to Samantha for the studios.
Thank you, Vittorio. I'm afraid that's all we have time for here tonight. I'm Samantha Scott, and from all of us here at Kent Nature, good night.